All right, guys, so if you are sick and tired of brake dust on your wheels, I may have a solution here that completely eliminates that problem from your wheels. Basically, there's a brand called Brake Dust Seal. Now, this one is painted in a certain way, but again, we'll get into some of the options that they have here quickly. Now, this isn't for everyone, right? I'm very well aware of that. But obviously, like if you have a GT3 RS or a Porsche, something like that has a big caliper that's painted, looks really cool, you don't want to block that. But what this does is it sits between the caliper and the actual face of your wheel. It has a little rubber gasket or gusset that sandwiches in, stays in there perfectly, and blocks all of the brake dust accumulation from braking. You know, all that wear down from the pad and the rotor. Eliminates it because it can't pass through. So guys, this is actually the owner's vehicle, and as you can see, this nice chrome wheel here. He has not, these have been on there for quite some time. I think he said 4 years that these have been on there, and as you can see, the wheel looks fantastic. Now, don't get me wrong, you still have to clean the wheel, but it makes it so easy because there's no brake dust accumulating on the wheel and baking in. It's just your basic road and grime and dirt that would be on the surface of your paintwork is now going to be on the surface of your wheel. So just your basic soap is going to clean all that up. My main concern with this was the brake dust seal itself. Can it withhold up against like a higher alkaline product or an acidic product, right? A lot of wheel cleaners are either high alkaline or acidic. And that was my concern. But then after really looking at these things and realizing the fact that you don't have to use that because it's blocking any of the brake dust, so you can just use soap, we don't have that concern anymore. Again, these ones have been on for years and they look brand new. Now here's the same thing on the fronts of the vehicle. I mean, really does a fantastic job of keeping everything clean. So how did I find out about this? A good friend of mine, who's actually a client of mine, has a friend who came up with this, holds the patent for this. Obviously, guys, I want you to know right off the bat, everyone thinks I always get paid for everything. I'm not getting paid. This is just something really cool that I think for some people is a fantastic option. Again, just keeps your wheel clean, looking great. You can't just do them black. You can do them, I think he gets them in a flat color, in a single color, and then you can paint them as you want. So you can even do bright colors if you wanted to add a little bit of flair to your car. Not my personal preference on how to do it, but they do have a basic black insert. Especially for those, I mean, when you do it with the black insert on something like a TRD Pro wheel that has a lot of intricacies and is extremely hard to clean, like just the material itself, stuff bakes into it, that's a great option. And then even on my wheel, I'm gonna show you guys my wheel right now on my work truck. It's absolutely nasty, but for this purpose, I will show you. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this around. All right, guys, so here is my truck wheel, right? This is on a Method, set of Method wheels. I love these things, but man, this material does get messed up over time. Oh God. I'm looking at this through the camera, it looks even worse. I have not cleaned these in a little bit, so I do need to do that. But basically, the brake dust seal would fit right in between, again, the face of the wheel and where the brake starts here, sandwiches right back there and blocks it out. So in this case, right, if you had a black or a silver or whatever behind there, you wouldn't even really notice it because it's not like a hugely open-faced wheel, and it would block everything, and this wouldn't happen. We'd only have to clean this using soap and water, like with the surface. So I do still want to test it out to make sure, like a higher pH soap, for example, you know, like Kokemi super foam or active foam, if that causes any damage to it, but I don't think it will, because those are just higher in surfactants, and it should be an easy solution to keep everything clean. But just a really cool process and really cool idea to solve that problem if it's in alignment with how you want your car to look. Obviously, again, like I said, on a sports car, you want your rotors to show, you want your calipers to show, but on something like this, I don't see why it wouldn't just be a good benefit. A lot of people just hate cleaning their wheels, and this gives you the solution to be able to bypass that whole process, or at least significantly, where you can just use soap and water, just like you're cleaning the rest of your car. All right, guys, so how I came about finding out about this, again, my friend knows the guy who owns the patent for this, but basically my client has a Cadillac that Escalade extended, I believe is what it is. But anyways, they just upgraded to Brembo brakes, and they put off so much brake dust. It's kind of insane. Just within a few hundred miles, they are completely caked on. I'll go ahead and show you guys some up close video of this. But in order to try and reduce that, we wanted to install the brake dust seals. Unfortunately, we're down here trying to install them, but the Brembo brake system is so large that the gapping is not enough for the brake dust seal. So unfortunately, it doesn't work with this setup. So I will go ahead and link all the information to brake dust seal down in the description, so you can reach out to them and ask any questions that you may have if you're interested in this system. But you do want to keep in mind, I guess, with an aftermarket wheel, even if the offsets are different and it shrinks up that space, potentially it may not fit. So just write them and see if your setup should work. So unfortunately, again, I'm gonna go and show you the other side real quick. So obviously we pulled the wheel off. I cleaned it all because all that brake dust, we didn't want to slide the kit in because then it would rub against it and possibly scratch the wheel. So we cleaned it all up, test fit it. And again, it's just, I mean, you can see the gap here. Like I can't even get my pinky in between this gap. It is just so tight right there. So unfortunately it didn't work, but like I said, if you're interested in this and you have a factory setup, it should fit no problem. And again, simplify the process. I'm really bummed that it doesn't fit because I'm in charge of maintaining this vehicle, and I'm constantly dealing with the brake dust from this one. But with that said, brake dust seal. And again, guys, the material that they're made of is either an ABS or an aluminum. There's two different styles. And then again, you can color them as you want. You can even get customized stuff going on them. That's up to you to do though. But the option is there for you. So really cool system. Like I said, I'll link everything down in the description. But that is it for today's video. So thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you're subscribed, turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one.